Well, wag diddly wado Focarinos, and we are back for the TMKup Season 1 Round 2, and today we find ourselves at my favourite British track, Donington Park. I'm currently on board with Rev Boosted in the 45 Bentley as he makes his way up to the Melbourne hairpin and up towards Goddard's. And we have Magic Mike in the 511 Ferrari, the Chrome 511 Ferrari, and of course VQS Holman, who took P1 after having two incidents, two offs, shall we say, from force feedback not working. Safety car allowed a safe rejoin, and he managed to pip P1, which you can see in the TMKup S1R2 highlights, and of course Stuart in the 46 Bentley. And joining us this week we have Anthony Hunt in the beautifully coloured Mercedes, and also the only Mercedes GT3 on track. And this man is of course the man to watch out for, forever applying pressure to whoever is in front, and probably maybe even my favourite looking car on track. We have the number 666 Aston Martin, driven by Kazimitsu. And in the number 14 Aston Martin we have GLR racer Dougie, the main man, as he traverses his way through the S's. And safety car number 23 in the GT4 and also British GT liveried colours. We've gone for the GT4, as Dougie mentioned. You get the little blue tick, and that is why we have gone for that one. So nevertheless, we've already getting some lap times down. We have the number 46 Bentley with a 1:28.9. Kazimitsu 0.447, just under half a second behind provisional P1. And Anthony Hunt in current provisional P3. Now Holman knocking next gen's lager Stewart in the 46 Bentley off in the Audi. Donington Park. Oh yeah. Putting next gen 0.6 behind VQS Holman. Thank you, John. What an absolute pleasure it is to see you jump on board. And Kazimitsu now, he's loving these 6.6s, isn't he, old Kazi? Had a 0.666 earlier. The number 666 was 0.666 behind P1. Now is a 0.606. Is number 666. But that means Magic Mike has pipped P2 away. And Kazimitsu knocking and having a little bit of an accident there. pushing hard out of McLean's. We now jump on board with Next Gen Lager, also in the pits. We jump on board with Anthony Hunt, who we previously mentioned, now in provisional P5th, and Dougie, the main man in the beautiful liveried Aston Martin. Oh. Right. I'm just going to sort my social medias really quickly. So with rev boosted in the 45 Bentley, yet to apply a qualifying time down, we see the sunrise now, as we've had 9 drivers in the 2-hour practice session, which began in real game time 4 AM, leading us up to the 6 AM game time qualifying session. We have a 20-minute quali session, and then the drivers will be getting some lunch, having their well-deserved rest, ready for a 4 PM race start in game time. So we jump on board with Mr. Boosted in the 45 Bentley. Where's he gonna be? Where is this going to put him? 2.31, so obviously he's just had his outlap done. We've had Next Gen Lager cross that finish, and now we've got Kazimitsu making his way through Goddard's onto the Wheatcroft straight, crossing that start finish line. Can he capitalise on a 6.6? No, he cannot. Next we have number 14, Dougie. Can he capitalise on his 1.566? No, he cannot. Number 100, Anthony, making his way up towards Goddard's, hard on the brakes, chucking it in, what looks like a late chuck in, which was also the right place to chuck it in. Turn in late, clip that apex early, get on the gas, and he is a 1.2, so he has been able to capitalise on his previous time. Next again to run round, we have Boosted, as he now makes his way through the S's and up towards the Melbourne hairpin. As he is now in hot pursuit of the number 46 Bentley. Stewart. And the number 666 with a still 6.6. He has indeed, look at that, a 0.180 off VQS Holman, putting him in provisional 3rd position on the podium, with Next Gen's Lager only a 0.135, and still in pole position we have VQS Holman making his way up towards the Melbourne hairpin. His way through Goddard's. Can he capitalise on the fast time of a 1:28.278? No, he cannot. And Magical Mike in the chrome Ferrari. With a couple of potential late entries to the TMKup Season 1 Round 2 here at Donington. We we may see the grid. Second. Okay, I just have to sort something out really quick, so just bear with the commentary for a moment or two, and I will be back. Okay, and I am back. So with 7 minutes left to go of qualifying, we have Magical Mike in 5th position with a very quick time, only 0.4 of a tenth off P1. Next Gen Lager, Stewart has knocked off P1's very fast time in the Audi. And now Holman is put on P2, only 1/10 to go. Can he capitalise? Not quite, but these are extremely fast times. To be able to even capitalise on that is an absolutely incredible lap. And Kazimitsu 333. What's happening? What's going on with Kazi? Now knocked off the grid by Boosted in the 45 Bentley, only 2.6 off podium position. As number 511 Magic Mike makes his way through Goddard's, followed by GLR Racer. Can either of them? Yes, Magic Mike has pushed up. Now only, wow, look at that. Rev Boosted and Magic Mike. Both 2.61 of a second off P1. So that now puts us in the remaining 25% of the qualifying session, as the sun is well and truly coming out here at Donington. And Neil the Seal, what a pleasure it is to see this man on track as he makes the final 5 minutes of qualifying here at Donington Park. As he goes off, but he is driving all the way from Australia, so it's nearly 5 AM for that gentleman, or it is 5 AM rather. So nevertheless, we continue with 4 minutes left to go of qualifying, which is going to give us a final run of the grid position. And of course today we have a safety car on track, depending on whether we have any incidents, or such as last week where Holman had force feedback issues. He was able to get his wheel pack working in time and reform with the pack ready for that infamous green, green, green. And with the TMKup, the final 18 minutes-ish, there is a final reformation. So everyone is fighting for position up until this final reformation. So if there is no need for a safety car, or no need for a safety car to be called, then there will still be the final formation, which is called the final countdown. And they will be battling it out, giving you, the audience, some side-by-side action as each driver tries to capitalize on position and of course capitalize on points for TMKup. Magical Mike through the Melbourne hairpin, chasing that number 666 down. I've put that much things on my hood, it's even kept all the information on. It's interesting. I am going to take that off. Whatever that is at the bottom. Sure what that thing's called at the bottom right of the screen. But we now enter, just look at the elevation changes as the drivers make their way down. Stark is straight, and through the S's does the 511 Ferrari go. So we're going to jump on board with the helicam as we now bring to a close the qualifying session of the TMKup Season 1 Round 2 here at Donington Park. And Kazimitsu in P1 with very close to a 127. And in provisional P2, Stewart in the 46 Bentley. Oh geez, look at these times. What a fight this is going to be. As Holman in podium position, followed by Boosted in the 45 Bentley, and Magic Mike followed by Anthony. Racer in the 14 Austin Martin, and Neil the Seal. What a legend as he wakes up from his very early morning, all the way in Australia. So everyone is in the pits and we have 3 seconds left to go, which means Seal is going to have enough time to complete this lap. Looks like he's decided not to do that, so then we've got Kazimitsu left on track as qualifying comes to an end. He makes his way through Goddard's. Can he capitalise on the very fast time of a 128.095? Yes! 127.981. This guy means business. And to the left there, you can see that there's supposed to be another. We've got two drivers there with us. I've had reports that one has network issues, and I'm just trying to find out what's happened to the other. As qualifying is now coming to an end. Or rather is at an end. That puts Kazimitsu in the 666 Aston Martin in P1. What an absolutely cracking time, and what an amazing feat for him to be able to get that time on his last qualifying lap, as we have Stewart in the 46 Bentley with again a very fast time, only 144 behind the Aston Martin is the Bentley. And of course, taking P1 last week, we have Holman in now P3 in his Audi, followed by Boosted in the 45 Bentley, and 511 Ferrari. Magic Mike, Anthony Hunt in the 100. Mercedes. And what an absolutely awesome livery that is. From Dougie there in his number 14 Aston Martin. And Neil the Seal. And again, a very brightly coloured. Ferrari there. So, I think if I press drive, do I get to see how many? Okay, so we should. There we go. There we go. Just quickly make sure my game capture is recording this for the highlight video. For the TMKup Season 1 Round 2 at Donington Park. And we can see Kaz's LEDs flashing with the P1 in a well-deserved P1, it must be said. Yeah, we're locked. So, as the camera locks us on P3, VQS Holman in the 994 Audi. Again, what an absolutely incredible race he had. Last week at Silverstone. Able to capitalize on position with the reformations of the accidents that he had personally, and obviously we had some other drivers have some incidents on track. Game capture is a green light. And so now entering the final minute of their setup and final checks, we have the number 23 safety car in the rear, which is a GT4 safety car, so drivers on track are aware of the safety car. In position, relative position. And of course we have been training for this moment. So as we enter the final 10 seconds to go of the formation lap, I'll most certainly be shortening that session start down next time, but upon request I was asked for it to be lengthened, so I'm hoping that's given us drivers enough time to make the checks that they want to make, and drivers are a go, led by P1's Kazimitsu in the 666 Vantage. We will jump on board with, no, we'll go camera set 2 actually. Seems to get a better view of all drivers as they make their way around Donington Park for Season 1 Round 2 of the TMKup, and my god am I excited for this one to unfold. I think we're most certainly going to see some fights play out. I'm sure the safety car will probably want to be called at some point. Realised this view gives me the full options of camera view, so as we are on board with P3's Holman, I just cannot wait for this fight to unravel here at my favourite track. And I've just noticed as we look up, that doesn't look like the most comforting of clouds. Whether we're going to be treated to some rain here at Donington over the course of 90 minutes, we will find out. So all drivers making their way through the S's now and up towards the infamous Melbourne hairpin. We are very close to the green of Wheatcroft Strait. God, my heartbeat's actually genuinely beginning to increase as we are about to have that green, and we are about to see the action unfold as the drivers battle it out on track here at Donington. Round 2 of TMKup. And safety car making his way back into the pits. We're going to wait for that infamous green, and there we are, all drivers accelerating as fast as they can up to the first corner here at Donington Park, Redgate. What will we see unfold as we jump on board with Paul, the Helicam man? Kazimitsu able to hold on to first position. Holman looking like he's going to get side by side with the Bentley on the outlap of this Donington Park round 2. As Holman makes his way through the old hairpin. And it looks like we've had Seal has been unable to make a start. And now as drivers begin to settle into formation, got Neil the Seal now exiting the pits. I think he's just missed that start trigger, if you will, as Anthony was on the inside but is unfortunately lost control of the 100 Mercedes as they hurtle their way up towards Goddard. The leading pack will most certainly want to keep close to each other in the hopes that they can capitalize on position. And Snake also joining us, a little bit late to the party, but nevertheless joining the party. So with number 100 spinning off, we will be calling shortly for a safety car. I just need all drivers to get out on track. The number 888 Ferrari of Solid Snake. Magic Mike on the inside of the 45 Bentley, looking to take that position as he gigs his way through McLean's and up towards Coppice, as Dougie in the 14 Vantage has unfortunately made a mistake there. So we've had two incidents so far, still beached in the pits. So we're going to be deploying the safety car as he makes his way to the end of the straights, and that's right. Stop there. Right. Safety car deploying. They can hear you, can't they? Yeah. So we now have the safety car on track. It's going to be taking it very easy because the tyres are absolutely freezing cold. We've had two offs from the beginning. That now gives Snake a chance to catch up to the pack. Obviously he's a lap down. We've had an incident with the number 100 Mercedes, now able to catch up to the back of the pack. But these are the things that happen in the long races. And also we had an issue with Seal, unable to be on that start finish. So just take it nice and easy. And we've just got the one car to catch up, which is the number 55 Seal, unable to actually leave the grid on time. This is exactly what we're trying to achieve here, as three cars really would have sort of ruined the race, and that's not what we want from the TMKup. You know, there's the seriousness, and then there's people just enjoying themselves while being serious. So the intent here is to rejoin the grid, as Seal is literally the other side of this grid. And so VQS Holman still in third position, and Magic Mike in fourth, taking that position from Rev Boosted. Where's Seal? There he is. So he's nearly catching up, which is awesome work from Seal. And Seal now on the same straight. And what a beautiful sight this is, as Seal now catches up to the rear of the pack. So the safety car is now entering the pits as all drivers make their way. Green, green, as all drivers are back at it again, hurtling their way down up towards the first corner here, past the Wheatcroft Straight, up towards Red Gate. Do all drivers go, and up towards Craner Curves, as Kazimitsu looks like he jumped that green, not jumped, but got on that green in very nice time, as the number fourth position in the number 511 Ferrari, in my favourite position. I think he just managed to pip Boosted just before the end of the safety car there, but fortunately we've been able to regroup, and we've had Seal and Snake. Obviously, I'm not quite sure what's happened there. I think they were a little bit late to the party, so they might not actually be in Pitcom chat. But nevertheless, we follow the leading pack as I'm sure with Neil and Snake with a clean run they will most certainly catch up, as Anthony in the 100 Mercedes is in pursuit of the 45 Bentley. Through Goddard's they go as the leading podium pack make their way up towards Redgate. We are going to jump on board with second position Stewart in the number 46 beautifully coloured orange Bentley, as he chases down the 666 of Kazimitsu. What an absolute set of events already. And Magic Mike in the Ferrari chasing down P3. And it's such a strange corner to get right, Coppice, which you've just seen them to. And look at the elevation of Donington, as the car's suspension works really difficultly to get itself back under stable conditions there. And like I mentioned previously, Holman taking a P1. On last week's opener of the Mercaber Cup at Silverstone. We have a highlight video for that as well. And oh my good God, we have rain. And Magic Mike into the pits, meaning Kobe doing. Meaning that's most certainly changed the game for these drivers, and they are all out on track with Pirelli softs. They're gonna want to be taking it a little bit easy here. I'm gonna jump on board. It's just not the best camera. We're gonna jump on board to camera 2. We'll make sure everyone else is okay, as I am sure the drivers will be pitting for the wet compound of rubber now. What an unbelievable turn of events. I mentioned previously, as this race begun, the clouds looked a little bit dubious, as we stay on the camera set 2 with the leading pack out on still a sort of dry track, but of course as over time the track will start get a little bit wetter. And are we going to see drivers pit in for that wet compound of tyre? Magic Mike is out of the pits. He's going to have them wet tyres on, so we're going to jump back on board with the leading pack, as they are, I'm going to assume they're going to enter the pits and put the wet compound of tyre on. Next gen, wow, so we've got Lager, Holman and Boosted, followed by Anthony. They're all staying out on the Pirelli softs. Like I mentioned, you know, you've got a lot to consider here. You got pit time. You've got to consider, is the rain going to stop? You know, looking at the top, it looks like it's rain, rain, rain. So I'm going to assume that it is going to be more beneficial for the drivers to pit, as we see a numerous amount of drivers now enter the pits, and Snake also entering and or leaving. That puts VQS Holman chasing the P1 down of Next Gen's Lager in the orange Bentley, as they make their way through and up towards the S's, and number 45 Bentley in hot pursuit, followed by Anthony in 4th position. I'm not seeing any yellow dots, so fortunately that means a DT. I don't know what that is. Drive-through penalty. So Kaz's got a drive-through. I don't know why. And Holman with a spin. Next Gen in the pits, Holman with a spin, and Anthony now also entering those pits, meaning Seal is now exiting the pits. Magic Mike and the number 666. What an incredible turn of events this is turning out to be. Yeah, that's a very fair point, John. As long as it's greasy, the slicks are still good. So that is some very interesting information there as we see the Ferrari, as all drivers now begin to struggle. Kazumitsu with a drive-through penalty. I couldn't tell you why. We're most certainly going to be having a reform soon, but nevertheless we need to have all the cars out on the pits before we call for that safety car, as all drivers need to have track position, which means we've got rev boosted in the 45 Bentley in hot pursuit by the 46 Bentley. This is gonna be very interesting indeed. Can you put... And now we see the number 45 enter the pits. So Next Gen Lager in P2, can he make it past that start finish before the fellowed 45 Bentley makes it out on track? And you can see that the sandy parts, or rather the gravel traps of Donington, are beginning to, it looks like it's beginning to clear up. I don't know whether that's just the inside view. It probably is actually. But Next Gen's Lager being very, very smooth on the throttle there as he makes his way up towards Goddard's. Can he take P1 away from Boosted, who is still in the pits? Let's see. Looks like he's made it happen, and he is still in the pit. So that puts the number 46 Bentley in first position. Yep. And he is now out on track. Through Redgate up towards Corona Curves he goes. What an absolutely incredible turn of events. And we've just had another off by Rev Boosted. Can he rejoin the track with no issues? That is a yes. So no need for an immediate safety car there, but that is the second or third off of the second stint since the safety car has gone out. Anthony Hunt in hot pursuit of that 45 Bentley. What a race he's having. So obviously we've had an early off with Anthony and we had an off with Dougie, but we have been able to call for the safety car, which has allowed Seal and Snake, who look like they're having a bit of a yeah, how interesting. So we have Seal and Snake make their way through Coppice, and I'm not quite sure why they have, both of those drivers seem to be gapping as they are, but it also looks as though 46 has made the decision to put the wets on. So Stewart in the 46 Bentley has put those wets on. And that brings us on to VQS Holman, who has taken first position away from Stewart in the 46 Bentley. And Anthony Hunt in the 100 Mercedes, now only a second away from the number 45 car, rev boosted. As we have a fight for second place here. Rev boosted in the 45 Bentley is leading that pack, followed by Anthony Hunt in the 100 Mercedes. I can't believe the turn of events that we've had here at Donington Park, but English weather is English weather, and like I say, I had to stop because I looked at those clouds at the beginning of this session and I thought, they look dubious, and nevertheless they have indeed unloaded, as Kazimitsu in hot pursuit of these leading pack. The fight for second position. Kazimitsu now come to join the party. So all drivers still seemingly able to have control over their cars. We are due a safety car from the third off, but I just needed everyone to be out of the pits before I made any of those decisions. So probably on the next off there will be a safety car called and get the 88, sorry, number 888 Ferrari and the 555 Ferrari caught up. As the fight for P2 continues, Magic Mike only a 0.8 behind P3. Anthony Hunt in the 100 Mercedes. And jumping on board with Kazimitsu as he chases that fight for P2 down at this wet Donington track. What a turn of events this has been. Snake looks to have capitalized on that position on the 55 Ferrari. Jumping on board with the 511 Ferrari, Magic Mike chasing down the 100 Mercedes of Anthony Hunt as a very wet Donington means these drivers are required to put so much more of their concentration down on keeping control of the car. So VQS Holman back in P1. It will now be time. In fact, we will wait for the next run round. So we're going to wait for P1 now to make his way. Okay. Yep, let's go.
Drivers be advised, safety car.
Say it again. So with the 4 incidents that we previously had and the 888 and 55 Ferraris seeming to have issues, we are now waiting for the rear of that pack to catch up as the safety car driven by Kobe 22 Warlord leads the pack in the British GT colours there. And jumping on board with the 46 Bentley. We are waiting for 3 cars left to catch up. And I just cannot believe that we've had rain. I mean, I like it. They probably don't, but I like it because it means that there's tactics. There's, you know, we've got a pit window to open up. I know Kazimitsu did have a drive-through, so we will look into that. So we'll see what his actual remaining position is and talk about that. As number 46 now caught up to the pack. We are waiting for the number 88 and 55 car. So number 55 car is off again as he tries to catch up. So we have the number 888 Ferrari caught up to the 46 Bentley. What a beautiful sight. What an absolutely beautiful sight. And we're just waiting for one more car to catch up, which is the main man, Neil the Seal. And again, you know, I'm sending this man some coffee beans, very high quality coffee beans actually, because he's got up at 5 AM from Australia, and that deserves hats off. Right, so, safety car, he'll be pitting as he makes his way round, and of course giving the drivers the green after they have pitted. But nevertheless, as we see the 2 Ferraris catch up to the pack, make their way through the Melbourne Straight, and let's just jump on board with a helicam. We have the safety car pitting, and obviously we'll be waiting for the infamous drop. We go as the green is called. Kazimitsu just on the inside of Magic Mike, taking 2 positions away. Anthony Hunt on the outside. He looks like he's just nearly just jumping the way in. Wow, we're going to jump on board with Anthony Hunt in 3rd position, actually 4th position now, as he makes his way up to the rear end of Kazimitsu in the 666 Vantage. Can we see anything occur here as they make their way through Starkey's Bridge and up towards McLean's? We have a fight back on our hands, and I believe that the rain has stopped. Meaning everyone that's put... Easy, Holman, easy. Holman wanted to take that line. Kazimitsu on the inside line. Wow, he's made that happen. Kazimitsu. Good lord. As he is now in 1st position. Not quite sure what's happened to the 45 of Rev boosted there in 2nd position. These deltas do actually go all over the place, that's not uncommon. But nevertheless, we continue as we see Holman in the rearview mirror. Of the Aston Martin, and all drivers making their way down Wheatcroft Straight and up towards the right-hander of Redgate. We most certainly have a fight on our hands. As next gen lager, we're off. Hopefully we're not going to have any damage. Yep, that's a safety car. So with a spin out from the number 46. So it's incredible to see it all actually unfold as we... It looks as though... Yeah, Kazimitsu. Okay, yeah, out you go. Yep. Kazimitsu into the pits. This is most certainly turning out to be an eventful track, as it looks like these two have made the decision to put the slicks back on. And the 46 Bentley making the same decisions there. That means that these three drivers, which are also the leading pack, have decided to pit during a safety car. Now drivers back on track. That means that these drivers are going to catch back up. So what they've done is they've lost their position in favour of sticking the softs back on. And what an incredible... Yeah, nice and easy. Good work. What an incredible turn of events this is, as the 994 of Holman leaves the pits, followed by the 46 of Next Gen's. I'm going to hope they can catch up on time, because it is going to be a green, as drivers have decided to enter the pits. So it's up to them to catch up in time. Kind of looks like they will. Which means Boosted has taken P1, and we are now followed by Seal in P2 and Magic Mike in P3. So with just two cars. Just pop in that mic out. Okay, so the safety car will be pitting. Safety car will be pitting. And has Next Gen Lager got enough time left to catch up to their pack?
Pit window is open.
Go.
Green, green, green.
And we have a green, as Next Gen is only a little bit behind. The 511 Ferrari. With regards to the endurance happening, and look at this, we have Neil and Magic Mike fighting it out as they make their way through Starkey's Bridge, and Kazimitsu off. Oh my god! Looked like the 46 Bentley was about to send Kazimitsu into the sixth dimension. As we jump on board with the leading pack, and Snake now leading the way, and Boosted in P1, Anthony Hunt in P2. That's just the nature of British GT racing. And of course Holman, who took P1 at Silverstone, is in a very comfortable P3, meaning Kazimitsu and Next Gen have a lot of work to do. And Next Gen Lager on the inside of Magic Mike, not defending that line, and therefore has conceded that line to Stewart as he makes his way up towards Goddard's. And we have the Bentley and two Ferraris there. It'll be interesting to see what Magic Mike will say in response and retaliation. But nevertheless, we have a grid of cars, well I was about to say a grid of cars altogether, but we've had another decision of drivers make that decision to pit. So we stay on board with Holman leading this pack, the 46 Bentley in second, and Magic Mike staying out on track, chasing that 46 Bentley down, as the rest of the drivers have realized that that rain has well and truly gone. And you can see that the dry line is beginning to dry up as the drivers use that. So obviously if there are any drivers that are going to be using wet rubber, then using the dry line is very detrimental to tyre wear and grip. You want to be on the wet line with wet rubber unless you're using intermediates. But nevertheless, you can see that dry line dry up. Will we see it all dry up? That will be the question as we enter the final 57 minutes, and only 27 minutes of the pit window left to go, where there has to be that one mandatory tyre change. With the rain that has unfolded, and you know, that's partly if you're in the pit window and you're changing them tyres, and maybe that's actually what these guys are deciding to do, as the 888 Ferrari exits the pits there, and Holman in hot pursuit. Holman, look at the dry line. Holman is going to be on warmed tyres. I'm going to be assuming he's going to be on the softs, meaning he should catch up, or maybe not catch up too quick to the number 888 Ferrari, as Snake is very quick, but as is Holman. But he does have the softer rubber, so we should see Holman catch up a little bit as the number 46 of Stewart chases down the current provisional P1 in the 994 Audi. And Kazimitsu now in third. You see, Holman, Lager, Kazi, always in the top three. As Kazimitsu makes his way out of Starkey's Bridge and up towards McLean's. Right into McLean's, and we've unfortunately had a spin from Kazimitsu. Let's hope that no major damage will be caused as he re-enters the track, but he is on his own. So that was a nice rejoin. There is no need for a safety car to be called as of yet, but that is of course going to make it a little bit more difficult for him to catch up to that, what is 21 seconds behind Next Gen Lager. But this is just what's happened with regards to the pits. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens with 25 minutes of a pit window remaining. So Magic Mike making his way through McLean's, and in hot pursuit is the number 100 Mercedes, driven by Anthony. And again, what a wonderful track this is, and all drivers are being treated to beautiful English conditions. Some of these drivers are not from England. We have some from Switzerland, Norway, America, England, and some of them are being treated to some English weather here at Donington Park. As you can see, the incline up towards Goddard's there. That's also something very British, is bumps. As we see Chico enter Redgate, following is the 511 Ferrari and the 100 Mercedes. So Kazimitsu does have a clean run now, meaning he can just hunker down, capitalize on the long game, make up some seconds if he can, with no traffic in the way, and that we'll see where that puts him as the pit window closes, and we are fighting for position up towards the final reformation of the TMKup Season 1 Round 2 here at Donington. Yeah, and Dougie has another issue with RL. That's no problems, Dougie. And the size of that racing line is beginning to widen, meaning it is most certainly drying up. Do we have a clock for in-game time? We do not. Number 45 enters. Red gate, and through Craner curves does he go. Just up towards the old hairpin, exiting his way out there. Looks like an absolutely beautiful exit as again he makes his way up towards Starkey's Bridge and to the right of McLean's. Very easy for the car to spin out if you're a little bit too eager on the throttle there. And again, Coppice, another corner where you're having to balance the suspension of the car and maximize that throttle. But again, if you're on the throttle a little bit too early with that wheel turned, you will most certainly get a spin. What an incredible turn of events it's been with the weather and pits, and fortunately the safety car being able to bunch everyone back up. We have Seal in hot pursuit of Anthony. As he makes his way through the S's and up towards the Melbourne hairpin. Looks like through the Melbourne hairpin he's just had to correct his car somewhat. Meaning, where are we, Seal? Meaning we're waiting for that delta to update. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we've got a 3-second gap, a 2-second gap now as they enter the penultimate corner here at Donington Goddard's. So we jump on board with the helmet cam of GLR's Seal in the 55 Ferrari, who had a very good race last week at Silverstone. Exits his way out of the old hairpin there. He is most certainly going to be wanting to catch back up to the number 100 Mercedes and hopefully capitalise on position there. Exiting out of Coppice, down Starkey's Straight, up towards the S's, do they go? And we have number 888 Snake in the pits as 511 passes the infamous Solid Snake, probably putting his choice of tyres on, as it appears now that we begin. Yep, so safety car ready to deploy on request. We've had the one-off with the 666 Vantage at Coppice, which was the corner that I mentioned. As you are coming out of Coppice, you've got to be very careful with 550 horsepower. As Anthony a little bit Seal in hot pursuit of the 100 Mercedes. Can he make anything happen as both drivers traverse their way through Coppice, accelerating as hard as they can? Down Starkey's Straight, up towards the S's. Let's see what the number 55 Ferrari can do here. as Anthony chucks that in, getting it straight as possible as he exits and just gets his tyres on the grass there on the left hand side. Does that mean Seal has a little bit more adhesion coming in towards the Melbourne hairpin as both drivers exiting up towards Goddard's? Seal most certainly looking to take that position away from Anthony in the Mercedes as they hurtle their way down Wheatcroft and take the right-hander into Redgate. Controlling that Ferrari very well. That looked like he was about to be sent to the moon. I'm just going to stick on board with these two as they are the only two cars fighting it out at the moment. We have Next Gen Lager in P1 and the number 666 of Kazimitsu in hot pursuit. We will jump back onto number 55 Ferrari as he chases down the GT3 Mercedes, and we have two very different cars here. We have the Mercedes front-engined rear-wheel drive and battling it out, trying to keep position of the mid-engined Ferrari. It looks like Anthony maybe had gone wide there. Neil just showing his nose, putting that pressure on. I think he just turned that wheel right again. So that means that we've given Seal the run as both cars now going to be side by side. It looks like the Ferrari capitalizing on the slipstream as both drivers now make their way through the old hairpin and up towards Starkey's Bridge. Are we going to see a move on this lap from the number 55 Ferrari driven by Neil the Seal? Through McLean's, through Coppers, down Starkers, up towards the S's. As straight as possible through the S's. That looked quite nice actually there from the Ferrari. And with 44 minutes remaining here for TMKup round 1, season 1 round 2. For that Ferrari, can he get a run down here from the Wheatcroft straight? But it looks like Anthony's decided to take this opportunity to pit, meaning that gives free run to Neil the Seal and Hallman, 0.25 behind the 45 Bentley. And now we have the number 888 of Snake. Chase down the 511 of Magic Mike. Is Holman going to make a move? Absolutely amazing racecraft by Holman there, chasing down the equally amazing racecraft of the 45 Bentley, and what a fight that is as we see Anthony still in the pits. Will Holman be able to capitalize here as he chases that 45 car down towards Craner Curves, up towards the old hairpin do they go. Can he get a better exit as they both make their way through Starkey's Bridge and up towards McLean's? It looks like he's got that run. He just needs that side-by-side. Is he going to make it happen here? It's not the corner to make it happen, and with 42 minutes left to go, it is all about the long run. He's going to get side-by-side to the Bentley now as they make their way up to the S's. It does mean, though, that the Bentley has the inside line. Is he going to concede? Yes, he is, but nevertheless, he is continuing to apply that pressure. As he now gets the outside line, he's made that. Is Boosted going to take it back? He wants it back. Holman's given him enough room. Can he take it back in the Bentley as he chases the very fast Audi down? Through Redgate they go. So with a pit window of 11.5 minutes left to go, that is going to bring us up to the final stretch here of the TMKup Season 1 Round 2 at Donington. And the number 45 Bentley seems to be doing a really good job in keeping up with the 994 Audi there, although it looks like the Bentley got a little bit sideways there as he was exiting McLean's, and it is very, very easy to do as you are chasing the driver in front of you down. But nevertheless, as they make their way through the S's, we have Next Gen Lager still in P1. And provisional P2 of VQS Holman in the 994. Audi still able to pip the 45 Bentley, but it doesn't look like he's able to gap Boosted in the 45 Bentley. Can Boosted hold on to the very quick Holman? And of course, watching Holman unleash his racecraft last week at Silverstone, you must certainly need to take your hat off to the man, especially with force feedback issues, as he makes his way through the old hairpin and up towards Starkey's Bridge. It's very interesting to see the different capabilities of the cars, front-engined, rear-engined, such as the 911, mid-engined like the Ferrari and the McLaren. As the 994 makes his way down Starkey's Straight and up towards the S's, where he wants to be getting that car as straight as possible before planting his foot and unleashing all 500 plus of that horsepower back. The number 45 Bentley doing a really good job of keeping onto the very quick Holman, clipping both apexes there. We now have 9 minutes left to go. Magic Mike now going to treat us to a lap as he makes his way past the pits and up towards Redgate. Treat us to a lap of Donington Park as you begin to see the sky begin to darken as the sun nonetheless makes its way to the other side of the world. exiting the cleans in the mid-engined Ferrari, now entering the right hand of Coppice, as he keeps that Ferrari very stable through the awkward right-hander of Coppice and the bumps and elevation changes. You can see it go down, up and back down again. You've got to get that braking section right because you've got two downhill sections. It's going to catch you out as we go up here, heading towards Melbourne Hairpin. You can see it goes up as we drop again, and boom, if you're a little bit too late there, 2/10 too late, you will most certainly pay as Magic Mike exits the Melbourne Hairpin up towards Goddard's. We are trekked to a beautiful lap of the GT3 Ferrari, and look at the beautiful sunset of the blues, purples, reds and oranges. As we now have 7 minutes of a pit window to go. We have had the one off, so number 666 Kazimitsu now hunting the 46 P1 down of Next Gen's Stewart, and he has in the pits. So P1 has entered the pits, meaning Holman now making his way through the S's. In hot pursuit is Rev Boosted and the 511 of Magic Mike. Can Holman pass the start finish straight of Wheatcroft and Pip, Next Gen's Lager? And there he goes as the number 45 roar their engines past the pit, followed by the 511 of Magic Mike. That means that the 46 Bentley is leaving the pits, as the safety car is there ready to come out as soon as the pit window closes. And then there will again be the final reformation and the final fight as we enter the sunset of the British Donington track here at round 2 of the Macabre Cup. Seal now in pursuit of the 888 Ferrari as he makes his way through Craner Curves and up towards the old hairpin, in which Snake is now entering McLean's as the number 100 Mercedes exits Coppice. We have the 46 entering the S's and the number 994 Holman in pursuit, 45 Bentley as they make their way through the left hand corner of Goddard's. And Snake now hard on the brakes. Followed by the 55 of Seal and the number 666 of Kazimitsu. Listen to that Vantage roar. So with 4 minutes of a pit window left to go, we will most surely hear the safety car, but we need to wait for the pit window to close, rebunch these up, get them together and get them fighting. And we have VQS Holman, of course, leading the way, as we see so often. And Kazimitsu now exiting Goddard's, passing that start-finish straight. And what an absolutely beautiful sight we are being exposed to here, as with 3.5 minutes left to go of the pit window, we have the number 45 still in pursuit of the 994, both cars looking as though they have their machines well and truly under control, as he makes his way up towards Goddard's. So, and we just see the 45 Bentley enter the pits with a drive-through penalty. I'm not exactly sure why that's happened. There may have been somewhat of a confusion with the extreme downpour. Well, it wasn't an extreme downpour, but we obviously had a little bit of a rain at the beginning of this race, which I'm sure will have put all the drivers into a panic. How incredible. But that is just real-world events for you. And as we begin to fall into darkness, we have the legend VQS Holman treat us. Is through the pits as he very interesting maneuver of the S's there. Holman takes in his mid-engined Audi R8 as he traverses his way through the Melbourne hairpin and up towards Goddard's. And through Goddard's and down the Wheatcroft Straight does the leader VQS Holman go. Holding off that accelerator, waiting to get back on that power as he now exits through Craner curves. And you've got to keep left here, otherwise your car will just be too far right and you are set up for the wrong position as you exit the old hairpin here. And up towards Starkey's Bridge and McLean goes the mid-engined Audi R8 to the right-hand corner of McLean's. Now making his way up to the right hand corner of Coppice, which in a mid-engined car. A little bit wide running through there, but probably not really lost too much of a time as he seems to have controlled that quite well and exited that quite well. The Audi GT3 which is a V10 powerhouse, and with the pit window closed, in 6 seconds, that means Holman, who is actually just passing, we're going to have to wait for him.
The window is closing now.
Yeah. Okay, Kobe. So to make up from positions in which we've had people crash, we now need a reformation. And of course we wait for the car of 994 to make his way up to the start-finish straight here at Donington Park. And what an incredible turn of events it has been today. I'm very happy with how this has turned out. Very excited to do the highlight video because of the incredible turn of events. I just cannot believe how it begun. as we saw Kazimitsu have his previous incident, and waiting for the pit window to close for people to stop taking advantage. Safety car issued with a drive-through penalty. And the number 46 making his way through Goddard's in current pit 5th position. Absolutely awesome. I am very impressed with the safety car. And now go through the S's. So we've got Next Gen's 46 on the literally the other side as they try and make their way up. We've got Neil the Seal now well and truly catching up as he makes his way through the S's, followed by the number 666 Kazimitsu. So we just have Next Gens. Let's take it nice and easy through here, Kobe. That's it, nice and easy. Keep going. Looks like we've had a little bit of an incident between the two Ferraris as the 46 Bentley is now in hot pursuit. Magic Mike letting Next Gens through as he is in the lead position. Check this fight out at the front of the pack with Holman in P1 in the 994 Audi. We have the 45 Bentley boosted in hot pursuit as they make their way through the S's, and in pursuit of boosted is Anthony, but Kazimitsu is holding third position here. As Kazimitsu makes that position on the 100 Mercedes of Anthony, and we begin to see the stars come out here at Donington as we enter the finale of the TMKup Season 1 Round 2 with 24 minutes left to go. We're going to have another 4 laps to go before the final countdown is unleashed. As Next Gen's 46 Bentley, Anthony getting it a little bit wrong. Is he going to get out of the way for the Ferrari and the Bentley as they are now side by side as they make their way for the left hand into Starkey's? Magic Mike just gone off, but he's been able to hold control of that car as the Bentley now makes his way through McLean's and up towards Coppis. We have 2 offs from the 55 Ferrari of Seal. It's all kicking off. I can't call for another safety car because we have the final countdown within 5.5 minutes, so drivers are just going to have to suck it up here. As we jump on board with Next Gen's Lager making his way through the S's, and Holman in P1, Kazimitsu in P3 doing a cracking job. We have P4 of Next Gen's Lager, Stewart, chasing down Kazimitsu. Only 3.4 seconds as we jump on board with Whoa, we're going to have to jump on board with Next Gen's lager here as Holman leads the pack. As you can see him exiting Wheatcroft Straight and up towards Redgate they go. What an absolutely beautiful sight this is as the sun is most well and truly setting here into the darkness as we come up to the final 22.5 minutes of round 2 of the Macabre Cup. And again, what absolutely awesome events. As Boosted not even a second behind the leader. He's having an absolutely cracking race, as although I commentator's curse, as he just runs a little bit wide, but of course he is wanting to catch up. As he is wanting to catch up to P1 VQS Holman. And Magic Mike side by side to the 100 minute. They've had contact. Is he okay? I hope he's okay. Magic Mike. Oh dear. We've had contact. Anthony making his way back on. I cannot call a safety car. Is going to have to be wait until the final countdown. Thank you, John, by the way, with regards to the camera work. I'm most certainly trying to think about what you mentioned as we are on board with Boosted chasing down the 994 Audi as they make their way into the left-hand corner of Goddard's. Is Boosted going to get a run? No. Is Kazi going to get a run? We're just going to stay on board from this view as they enter Redgate and see whether Kazi can get a run as the Bentley seems to look at the track width Kazi is taking there. What an absolute animal that man is. As they exit the corner, it most certainly seems as though Kazi has caught up to the 45 Bentley. And with 20 minutes left to go, we will soon be calling for that final countdown. Holman! Holman! Kazi! It's all going on! That means Next Gen. Oh my god, so Rev Boosted has taken P1 away from Holman. That's given Kazi the chance to catch up to now P2 of Holman. And that's given Next Gen Lager the opportunity to well and truly get into the run and hopefully capitalise on position before we call for the remaining safety car reformation here. So we have the 511 and the 55 Ferrari at the end of this pack. And the number 100 Mercedes exiting the pits. That is going to be an interesting one, as he is going to be on fresh tyres, and we've got a team of animals chasing the 100 car down. We should hopefully have an extra lap within us. Holman still in P2 and Boosted in P1 as they make their way up towards Coppice as they exit McLean's. Boosted is going to be catching up to the number 100 as the number 100 Mercedes now makes his way through the S's. He's going to be put under an absolute ton of pressure with these cars on warmer rubber, and we are indeed entering the final 18 minutes of this race. We're going to let the cars pass. Okay, yep. Safety car deployed. Boosted. Okay. Yep. Go, go, go. Nice and easy. So, with 18 minutes left to go, we have the final reformation. We have the number 55 of Seal. And it looks like some cars have gone into the pits for this final reformation. It's a very interesting. I hope they can catch up in time. We have the safety car out on track. And I think that was Anthony. Yeah, it was. Anthony's trying to catch up to the rear of the safety car. Alright, we're going to go for camera set 2 as we get the drivers together for the final release and what we are calling the final countdown. The safety car is most certainly going to have to do 2 laps here, which the idea was to have the final 15 minutes of the race, which is what you're going to see here. I am not going to have the green. We do need the double file formation of the drivers as the leading pack of Holman, Kazi and Next Gen, as you can see them all working their way to get their tyres up as they chase down. That's good. Thank you very much. That's good work. That's good work. And we have the number 100 of Anthony and the 511 of Magic Mike catch up. We have another lap of the safety car, which is probably going to bring us into the final 14 minutes. And number 100 making his way up towards the S's, as is Magic Mike. And now coming up towards the Melbourne hairpin and up towards Goddard's does the 100 Mercedes go of Anthony. Followed by Magic Mike. Both these drivers yet to catch up to the rear of the pack. Currently led by the 23, supposed to be 22 safety car. As we jump on board with the safety car, and we have the number 45 Bentley directly behind the British, I was going to say British GT3, it's a British GT4 safety car. As all drivers now make their way through Coppice, we have the number 511 all caught up, which means when the safety car pits, it is going to be a green. Kobe, is your mic on? Yeah. Safety car pitting. And we wait for all drivers now on that grid as we wait for that green. and it's away. All drivers are a go, go, go. Holman is on the outside of that line as he makes his way up to the first corner here at Donington, up to Redgate. What are we going to see unfold as we have now entered the final countdown of the TMKup Season 1 Round 2, and we are most certainly going to be treated to some action as Boosted in the 45 makes his way through Craner curves and up towards the hold hairpin. Kazimitsu in the 666, third position, putting pressure on the 994 Audi of Holman, and 46 most certainly wanted to get a better run out there, but the Vantage in the way. Just absolutely unbelievable turn of events here as Next Gen takes that corner. We've had a little bit of an off, and through the right-hander of Coppice, all drivers accelerating as hard as they can, trying not to get the rear end out too much, as the number 55 has unfortunately had a spin there, but we cannot call for another safety car with 12 minutes left to go as we are on lap number 44. What a turn of events this is turning out to be. I just cannot believe what we are seeing as Kazimitsu chases down the 994. Can he get side by side to the Audi as the Bentley chases the Vantage and Audi down, and we've got the Ferrari and Mercedes behind? What an absolute grid we have here as well. With 11 minutes left to go, absolutely anything can happen. We've got the number 45 leading the race, hitting lap number 45. VQS Holman 1.2 behind P1 as Kazimitsu hurtles his way down into Redgate. We jump on board with the 46, who is putting pressure on the 666, but also under pressure by the 511 Ferrari of Magic Mike. Obviously we saw Seal have a unfortunate sideways action there, but nevertheless he is still on track, and we have Anthony in pursuit. As Next Gen Lager looks to be taking a little bit of a sniff on the Vantage. Can he make anything happen? As all drivers now begin to make their way down Starkey's Bridge, can the number 46 Bentley make anything happen as he makes his way up towards the S's? All drivers going to want to be capitalising on position here as he now exits his way up towards the Melbourne Straight. We have the Bentley leading the pack, and the other Bentley in fourth position as they make their way round the Melbourne. He goes to the side-by-side of the number 666. Is he going to get that position? We've got side-by-side action. Kazimitsu takes the inside. Next Gen takes the inside line. He's gone off. Oh no, we've had an accident. Looks like the 666 Vantage unfortunately span out, and contact was made with the 511 Ferrari there, as we now enter the final 9 minutes 36 seconds to go of Donington Park. Will we see anything happen between the leading pack of VQS Holman and Boosted? So Holman has 9 minutes left to go to see whether he can capitalise on his current podium position of P2 and knock Boosted off P1 in the 45 Bentley. And again, we had this sad events of Seal unfortunately going sideways there as he was exiting Coppice, I believe, earlier on. But nevertheless, we are staying on board as he exits his way. Kazimitsu now in pursuit. Of the 511 Ferrari down, in which both these drivers have had a little bit of contact. And it looks like Kazimitsu is wanting to get past Magic Mike again. Magic Mike taking the inside line, perhaps giving him no, it looks like he's moved out of the way and giving him that back to Kazi. Obviously Kazi not too far behind Next Gen, giving him 8 minutes to catch back up to the 46 Bentley. Absolutely incredible race this. As Holman, look at this. And the 45 Bentley looks like he's just gone off a little bit wide there, giving the run for the Audi, but the Audi's come off the accelerator. Perhaps looking for the inside line there. Nevertheless, not been able to capitalise on that. Looks like he's maybe lost a tenth or two as well from that. Can he get on the gas early enough to make back some time here, as it seems that the Bentley is pulling away just a touch as they now make their way up through the S's, as Next Gen Lager looks like he is perhaps capitalising on the fight taking place for P1. Can he make anything happen as they go through Goddard's? We see just on his tail, we see the 46 Bentley most certainly catching up as the Kazimitsu 666 Vantage, also in hot pursuit of the 511 Ferrari, make their way through Goddard's, and the leader of round 2 of Donington makes his way through Craner curves up towards the old hairpin. Holman wanting to have a little sneaky peek, not quite able to make that happen. And you can see from the inside of the car we have the UV LEDs on, as we are now into the nighttime here at Donington, round 2. And Chico looks like he's just had to correct. That's given Holman the run. Is he going to be able to get a better run, as Next Gen is most certainly going to be able to capitalise on this fight? He's got side by side through the S's. The number 994 has took P1 away from the 45 Bentley, and that's given 46 a run. What's going to happen here? Is Next Gen going to be able to capitalise on a P1? It looks as though the two Bentleys are now side by side. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. He's gone from P1 to P3 as the number 46 Bentley's been able to capitalise on that fight. And obviously giving Kazimitsu a little bit of an extra run up towards the leading pack as we now enter the final 5 minutes of Donington Park here. We see Magic Mike and Anthony exit Goddard's as now the leading pack enter their way through the Craner curves, and the UV lights you can see the UV lights inside the 46 Bentley as well there of Stewart. Let's just stay on board for a couple of moments to see whether the 46 can capitalise. It looks like he's got a better line, does the 46. He's most certainly caught up a car length or two there. What's he going to do here as he makes his way through Coppice? Has he got the better run out through Starkey Straight? Looking like these two drivers have gapped Chico by maybe a car length or two. Sorry, not Chico, Boosted. The 994 making his way through the S's and up towards Melbourne. Can he hold on to the P1 as he goes side by side and taking the defensive line against the 46 Bentley? Side by side do they go, as the Bentley may have had the better run out there up towards Goddard's. We enter the final 4 minutes of Season 1, Round 2 of the Macabre Cup here at Donington Park. And Holman doing an absolutely awesome job holding off the two Bentleys, hunting him down in P1 as he now makes his way past Redgrave and through Craner curves up towards the old hairpin. Can Next Gen Lager do anything here through the old hairpin? Suspension working to the max. The roar of 1,500 brake horsepower as 3 of those beautiful GT3 cars make their way up towards Coppice. And I've also just noticed that their numbers are glow in the dark. So we've still got a big fight on our hands as we now enter the final 3 minutes of Donington Park. We've got Rev Boosted chasing down Next Gen in the 46, Kazimitsu in the 666 as he now enters the Melbourne hairpin. He's going to want to hopefully knock the 45 Bentley off P3 and take that podium position home. And Magic Mike having a fight with Anthony in the 100. Mercedes there. But of course we don't want to miss any of the action unfold here as the 46 Bentley fortunately kept control of the GT3 car as he now makes his way through the old hairpin, hopefully caught back up to momentum, meaning Boosted has caught up to a few car lengths and still appears to be catching as he look at the distance between his headlights and that car, as now darkness is well and truly on us with 1.5 minutes left to go at Donington. The number 46 badge glowing in the dark there as they make their way through the S's. Can Stewart make anything happen up towards the Melbourne hairpin and up towards Goddard's? But again we have 994, the Audi Holman, taking home P1 it seems with 63 seconds left to go. And of course the final lap. Can Stewart make anything happen?
Give it a final push.
Kazimitsu with a drive-through penalty there. I'm sure this is going to be having a lot to talk about for us all with the events that have unfolded here at Donington. But nevertheless, we have Holman make his way through the old hairpin, followed by Stewart, followed by Boosted, now in P3 with Kaz's drive-through penalty. I'm not sure why he has the drive-through penalty. Nevertheless, we are on board with the helmet cam, chasing down P1 of Holman with 10 seconds left to go. We are only going to have 1 lap remaining as we jump on board with P1, number 994. Holman, as he makes his way through the S's, can he hold on to P1? Number 46 in hot pursuit. Both drivers hard on the brakes, pushing the left-hand tyres of those cars to the limits. And look at the exhaust. The exhaust in that Audi burn red hot as he now makes his way through the final corner of Donington. The leader has finished the race, meaning Holman has taken home P1 and the 46 Bentley in P2 and Boosted in the 45 Bentley taking home P3. Kazimitsu in 4th position. Can we get some donuts on track? We will soon see. But that means we have Holman in 1st, Next Gen Lager in 2nd, Boosted in 3rd, Kazimitsu in 4th, Magic Mike in 5th, Seal in 6th, Anthony in 7th. And we did have another 4 cars in the lobby, but dropped out for whatever reason. Go on, Kazi. This has been an absolute honour to watch and commentary. Thank you, Dan. That's very kind of you. As the 666 Kazimitsu giving us what we all want at the end of the race. Absolutely amazing work there. So thank you to absolutely everyone that has watched. It's been an absolutely incredible journey. I cannot believe the events that occurred at the beginning. I was most certainly not expecting that rain, but nevertheless, we were tread to it. And so, it's like Kazumitsu treating us to some drifts and half as Holman brings it home for us. And comes to a stop. Do we see a donut? Yes, we do. What an absolute legend from P1 there. As 511 and 994 give everyone what they want. As we see number 46 just bump the curb there. Congratulations to VQS Holman, bringing home first place for 2 races in a row now. I hope everyone who has watched has most certainly enjoyed the race unfold. It was an absolute incredible moment when the heavens opened. That completely and utterly changed. Look at this. We've got Tokyo Drift here at Donington Park as we have the blue flares set off. We've had the fireworks go off. Fireworks still kicking off. Amazing. So I am going to bring this stream to a close. Thank you to absolutely everyone that has joined in. I hope you have enjoyed the obligatory donuts at the end. I'm going to leave it there, and we will have the Season 1 Round 2 highlight video coming soon of the TMKup here at Donington. But for everyone that has been watching, I thank you, and we will see you soon. Ciao, ciao. Flashy McFlash. Can I get another flash? Yes, I can. Pope. Yep, that's me, folks. Thank you for watching. Ciao, ciao.